Hi guys, nice to see all of you this morning. Thank you for our Zoom session. So this is just a chance for us to just recap on what we spoke about this morning and to give you some guidance as to what you guys are going to be doing for your little assignment for film studies. As you can see, I'm out in my lovely garden, relaxing with Charlie doing the filming, and you'll probably see my dog running around at some point as well. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. But anyway, so we spoke about film as literature, and we spoke about the fact that when we watch a film, when we study a film, we have to look at it like a series of codes, which we decode when we're watching a film. And we do it subconsciously, because we watch the film consciously, but subconsciously we're making up our mind about a whole lot of things, and we're breaking down a whole lot of things subconsciously. And that's what I want to teach you how to do for film studies. So we started to break it down. I didn't finish it with either the grade 5s or the grade 6s and 7s. We will finish it sometime next week. But we started to break it down. We spoke about the director. We spoke about the fact that the director is the creative brain of the film. Creatively, the film, the buck stops with him. He will decide, or she, of course, will decide where the actors stand, where the camera goes. All the creative aspects of the film in terms of the storytelling are under his or her command. We discussed the difference between an actor and a producer. We discussed the fact that a producer is the business side of filmmaking, that they are the money, so to speak, and they are the people who want the film to make money. They put up the money to make the film. We all know our big production companies like Universal, Paramount, DreamWorks. All those are big production companies. We spoke about the fact that the director has a number of tools at his disposal in order to give meaning to a film. Remember that the director is manipulating us to feel what he or she felt when they first read that script. They want to tell a story. They want you to feel a certain way. We looked at the actors. We discussed the fact that actors make choices. They make choices about the way that they say certain words and certain lines. We used I showed you the idea of I love you, and how we can say I love you in 5 different ways, and it means something completely different every time. That's a choice that an actor makes. Actors work or should work closely with directors in order to get the best performance out of their job is to interpret a character and give a believable portrayal of that character on film. Then we looked at the camera. We discussed the fact that the camera is subjective. Remember, subjectivity means that there are many truths. It depends where the camera is. The camera is manipulating us all the time. We discussed the fact that it's controlled by the cinematographer, who is the man or the woman who, in liaison with the director, decides where to place the camera. And there's actually an Academy Award for cinematography. That's how important it is. And cinematographers, good cinematographers, are like gold to directors. So a good cinematographer will often work with the same director for many, many years. For example, with Steven Spielberg, he's used the same cinematographer, I think, for 30 odd years. We looked at the different things that a camera could do. We looked at the close-up, how a close-up can bring emotion. If a director wants to show emotion, or if a director wants to show minute detail or draw your attention to something. We spoke about mid shots and wider shots. We spoke about the wide shot that wants to give you all that information, that it's used as an establishing shot. We spoke about things like panning and trucking. Panning, remember, is when the camera sits on a fixed tripod and it swivels up and down and side to side, and it's used to show the size of something, to introduce a character, etc. And it also, trucking is when it's on rails or on a movable object and it moves side to side. Those are the two different types. For the grade 6 and 7s, we managed to get on a little bit more. We spoke about lighting and sound, how lighting gives mood to a scene, how sound editing gives mood and feelings to a scene. And we also spoke about how music is so important. Music is like an extra character in a film. So that was pretty much it. I've really gone over it quite quickly. Remember, what you guys need to do is you're going to watch a film of your choice. Please make it a good film. Just, don't nothing silly or frivolous. Try and find a film with a bit of guts to it. And the grade 6s and 7s and the grade 5s, you've both got worksheets to complete. There's no timeline for this, other than it must be done before we get back to school, which at this stage is looking like another 2 weeks. So that's pretty much it. I hope you have fun with it. We'll talk more about it next week. Thanks so much for joining me this morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.